have often heard people say that if somebody is living on the road, they're either running away from something or running towards something. And quite honestly, I couldn't disagree more. This idea has really never sit well with me. Because being on the road and living in this little cabin that I built, which just happens to have wheels, feels more like home than anything I've ever experienced. And this all started with a credit card, an empty cargo van, and my own 2 hands. All right, let's do it. I knew so little the day that I bought my van. The only thing that mattered to me at that time was that it fit in my price range and that I was able to drive it off the lot. It definitely would have been nice to truly understand the difference in vehicles for both the building it out yourself aspect and for the living out of it full time aspect. But at that point, I had made my decision. I had maxed out my credit card and decided to dive right into the build. I learned that cutting huge holes in your brand new house was simultaneously the most terrifying and empowering thing you could do. Here we go. Last connection. I also learned how to listen to my gut. There's endless advice out there regarding what you should build and how it should look, and then how you should live in it. But all I knew that I needed was a cozy, simple space that could get me deep into nature and closer to the adventures that I love. During the first year on the road, I learned a few more important things. Things that you don't ever really think would be a major part of your story. Like the importance of knowing what to do in a breakdown. Specifically when you break down in a parking lot, or in a cherry orchard, or in a national forest. The list goes on and on. Just gave Togo away to the mechanic. Pointing at a spot on the map and trying to get there will definitely teach you the importance of vehicle clearance and good tires. I also learned that when you spend most of your time on those barely maintained forest roads, that it's always a good idea to double check that your van has a tow hook, just in the case that you get stuck on a wet hill after a fly fishing trip in Arkansas. I am beyond excited to be here for the Ford Transit Trails event and to really capture the excitement, to capture the features, and to capture what I feel is the future and the next big step for people kind of like me, people that love to adventure and get deep into the backcountry, people that love the outdoors, that live the nomadic lifestyle, full-time, part-time, weekenders, whatever. So I have a few more things that I have to pack up in the van, and then we are heading to the event.
So I'm Ray Isles, I'm the Chief Engineer for Ford Transit in North America.
Okay, so I was just explaining to Ray how I live my lifestyle, which is mostly in the backcountry, getting really deep into the wilderness. And I'd love to hear from him, from his perspective, what like the top 2 features are for really getting into the backcountry and living your life very adventurous and deep in the wilderness.
I'm not sure I could cut it down to just 2. However, what we've tried to do with this product with Transit Trail is really get a transit-based product that supports people's lifestyles, going out into the backcountry, getting to the trailhead. So we've got the larger diameter all-terrain tires. We've got increased lift, ride height and ground clearance with the lift kit. So the body is around 3.5 inches higher than it is on the base Transit. This also comes as standard with the 3.5 EcoBoost powertrain with the 10-speed automatic transmission and the fully integrated intelligent all-wheel drive system. So it really has all the capabilities to be able to get you to wherever you want to go, which is just kind of getting you from A to B. So that's the journey from here to wherever your destination takes you. But then beyond that, there's a whole bunch of things we've done on the interior with making it a really great living space. We basically put standard swivel seats, we've got cab shelf storage, we've got our 12-inch screen, we've got our Sync 4 infotainment system, and we've also added power supply solutions. So we have the dual 12-volt batteries with customer connection points that give you a 60 amp or a 180 amp connection point on the side of the driver's seat. We've also got a standard of 400 watt AC inverter with a normal domestic outlet that is on the passenger seat pedestal. And then we've also got the options for dual alternators if you need more power on the vehicle. So basically everything is set up to really make this a fully capable chassis for you to use as a kind of work anywhere or live anywhere type van. And everything we've added to it supports that kind of whole work truck or life truck type story.
This is pretty wild. I kind of feel like I'm cheating on Togo, but this vehicle is really incredible. Also, I do want to quickly mention that not only is the vehicle incredible, the features are incredible, it looks amazing, but the people here are really great too. And I do feel like that says a lot about a company or a production, and that's always really important to me. So here are some of my thoughts with this reveal of this beautiful adventure vehicle. So as I've been walking around this vehicle and hearing about the in-depth features and everything from the chassis and how it's built to the electronics, it makes me think of how many moments in the last few years I would have been able to get really deep into the backcountry, or when I would have been able to take a turn down forest roads or up a mountain, or not have to walk out and scout roads before getting into wilderness. I think back to my most recent mule deer hunt when I was in the backcountry for 12 days. I had to hike, 4.5 miles in just to set up camp, which I don't mind. I love that. But with this vehicle, I could have driven right up to camp. Even thinking back to the fly fishing trip in Arkansas, when I got stuck on that hill, oh my gosh. When I was trying to get out of the backcountry and slipping and sliding with people all behind me and then not having a place, when I finally had somebody to tow me out, there was really no place for them to connect the chain to tow me out. But this is completely set up for allowing those things not to happen, or for better troubleshooting options when you do get stuck in the backcountry or when something goes wrong. There are just a lot more options for dealing with the struggles that just come from being adventurous and wanting to get back there and wanting to really explore nature. Because if anybody is like me, they're gonna do it regardless of the type of van they're in. Which, as you guys know, that's put me in some really sticky situations, and honestly, yes, I learned from it, but I'm probably going to continue doing it anyway. But this has definitely opened my eyes to such a bigger and better option for adventure vehicles and for this lifestyle for van lifers and nomads that truly just want to go out and explore and just want to go out and adventure. It's really incredible. But I'm not done. There are a few other things that I want to mention. Ford Transit Trails have been partnering with upfitters around the country. And coming from my background of zero building experience, then spending 8 months building my own vehicle with absolutely no experience, no building skills, as many of us know, getting a van and then cutting a big hole in it for a fan is very intimidating. You can order the Ford Transit Trails vehicle with the fan already installed. Also, you can work with that dealership and they can connect you with upfitters that they believe in and that they work with to help get you on the track of having the home of your dreams or the, weekend adventure vehicle of your dreams. I am truthfully amazed at the thought that they have put into the features and the specs of this vehicle, and that this has been created for people like me, like us. Overall, the big lesson learned is the importance of choosing the van that won't limit your ability to do the things that you love, which in many cases is the sole reason that people are choosing this lifestyle. Because it's not about running away from something or running towards something else, but it's about creating a life that you are content with and stoked on, wherever you may be parked. Have a good one, everybody. Akil and I will see you next week.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.